Stephanie White joins the Indiana Fever. Stephanie White has taken charge of the Indiana Fever at an opportune moment. The team has secured a postseason berth for the first time in 8 years and boasts 2 consecutive number 1 draft selections in Aaliyah Boston and Caitlin Clark. Notably, Clark has also been honored as the WNBA Rookie of the Year. Following the departure of Christy Sides, White, a former player and coach for the Fever, is returning to Indianapolis and is an advocate for Clark. "She is an exceptional player with a high basketball IQ," White remarked. "Her adaptation to this league was remarkably swift. The focus now shifts to evolving not merely as an outstanding player but as a formidable leader for this team, aiming for not just one championship, but multiple titles." A year of significant events in sports. The Chiefs accomplished a remarkable feat by repeating as Super Bowl champions. Caitlin Clark illuminated the basketball arena, and 58-year-old Mike Tyson made a comeback to face Jake Paul. Additionally, baseball enthusiasts were treated to a highly anticipated LA-New York World Series. The Copa America was hosted in the United States for only the second occasion, and Jon Jones made his much-anticipated return to the octagon. Caitlin Clark experienced an extraordinary rookie season with the Indiana Fever, but the sharpshooting guard is poised to elevate her game further in 2025. After a busy transition from collegiate play to the professional arena with only 8 days separating the NCAA Women's Championship game involving Iowa and the WNBA draft, Clark finally had the opportunity to recuperate during the league's month-long Olympics hiatus. Once the WNBA resumed in August, her performance metrics improved markedly, averaging 23.1 points and 8.9 assists per game on 37% shooting from three-point range, propelling the Fever into the postseason. It did not take long for Clark, who established the single-season assist record, to acclimate to the WNBA. For her adversaries, the fact that the 22-year-old will benefit from a complete off-season is concerning. While some of her fellow WNBA players will compete in the inaugural unrivaled 3-on-3 league beginning in January, Clark is judiciously choosing to take a moment to recharge before the WNBA resumes in May. Equipped with a year of WNBA experience and a lengthy off-season for recovery, her return in her second year promises to be stronger, more insightful, and even more dominant. Throughout the past calendar year, Caitlin Clark achieved remarkable success, not just within women's basketball, but across the sporting landscape as a whole. Though Clark did not capture any overall championship, shaving narrowly missed the mark during her final season with the Iowa Hawkeyes, shattered numerous records, received multiple Player/Rookie of the Year accolades, generated significant financial earnings, attracted a vast fanbase, and ignited global interest in the sport. It is essential to remember that despite her star status and generational talent, Clark is still just 22 years old and engages in pursuits beyond basketball. This is why it was exciting to witness Clark's year-end Instagram post on Tuesday, which showcased a 20-frame montage accompanied by the caption, "My favorite moments from an exceptional year. Time to make 2025 even better." Among the images featured were her with former Iowa Hawkeyes teammates displaying their Final Four and Big Ten championship rings during an Iowa football game in October, various pregame outfit snapshots, vacation pictures from the beach, several from her senior day at Iowa where she was seen with her family, a photo in a tunnel alongside Fever teammate Aaliyah Boston, an image of her with the Time Athlete of the Year magazine cover, one of her executing a golf swing, and a concluding picture of her dog. It is remarkable to observe the diversity of moments, depicting both on-court and off-court experiences from her tenure at Iowa to her career with the Indiana Fever. Although it seems challenging to conceive that an individual could have a more notable and eventful year than Clark's 2024, one should not dismiss the possibility of her surpassing it in 2025. She guided the Iowa Hawkeyes to a consecutive appearance in the national championship, narrowly falling short of victory against the South Carolina Gamecocks. Throughout the season, Clark established herself as the NCAA's all-time scoring leader, surpassing former LSU Tigers standout Pete Maravich, 3,667, and concluding her collegiate career with 3,951 points. Shortly thereafter, the point guard was chosen first overall in the 2024 WNBA draft by the Fever. She propelled her new team to its first playoff appearance since 2016. Clark also set numerous records during her rookie season, including the highest number of assists in a season and the most points scored by a rookie, all while receiving recognition as a member of the All-WNBA First Team. Transitioning from an Iowa phenomenon at the beginning of the year to being named Times Athlete of the Year by its conclusion, Caitlin Clark has experienced an extraordinary journey through 2024. As the year draws to a close, the 2024 Rookie of the Year is unequivocally of the opinion that it has been her finest year. However, she would not be solitary in this sentiment. On the final day of 2024, Clark reflected on her year by highlighting some of her most significant moments. These encompassed winning the Rookie of the Year award, the draft day, her jersey retirement, the honor from Time, and even simpler experiences such as walking the fashion tunnel at WNBA games, reuniting with her Iowa cohorts, and spending quality time with her friends and boyfriend Connor McCaffrey. "My favorite moments from the most remarkable year," she captioned the post, expressing her optimism for the future. "It is time to make 2025 even more exceptional." A spectator of the journey from a close vantage point, one cannot dispute the significance of the past year. Kate Martin, a teammate since her collegiate days at Iowa and an adversary on the WNBA court, wholeheartedly concurred, stating, "What a year." Meanwhile, Colin Clark, the younger sibling, could not resist injecting a bit of sarcasm. "I would categorize it as a decent year," he commented. Nevertheless, the youngest member of the Clark household continually proves to be the ardent supporter, regularly seen courtside or subtly defending against Sheila Johnson's opinion regarding the Athlete of the Year accolade. He had shared a post that celebrated a historic attendance of 20,711 fans at a Fever Mystics game during the season, following the latter's ownership comments suggesting that the Times recognition should have encompassed the WNBA collectively rather than being attributed to an individual. Although Clark herself refrained from voicing a response, there was substantial support in her favor. The former Hawkeyes championship game, which took place against South Carolina earlier this year, achieved a record audience of 18.9 million viewers. Just days earlier, the Final Four and Elite Eight matchups attracted 10 million viewers, an increase of 9 million compared to the viewership of the 2023 championship game. This marked the commencement of her year. She set the NCAA all-time scoring record, garnered National Player of the Year accolades, was selected as the first overall pick in the WNBA draft, and secured a groundbreaking $28 million endorsement deal with Nike. Her influence within the WNBA was equally substantial. In addition to leading the league in assists, establishing a rookie record for three-pointers, and becoming the first rookie to post a triple-double, she also drew significant viewership numbers. Of the 31 games in which Clark participated, 22 garnered over 1 million viewers. This evidence sufficiently substantiates the 2024 Rookie of the Year's assertion of the year being the best. However, she maintains aspirations for further achievements. The statistics and records thus far have illuminated Clark's exemplary performance, yet the 22-year-old acknowledges her areas for improvement and potential for growth. To illustrate, the Fever star appears to be broadening her skill set by mastering the floater shot. She had attempted this technique during the previous season, indicating that there was considerable progress needed. However, in the initial practice session footage with the new head coach, Stephanie White, released earlier this month, she seemed determined to refine her execution of the floater. And Clark could not have enlisted more suitable assistance than White. The ex-coach of the Connecticut Sun is enthusiastic about developing a talent like CC. "During my initial discussion with her regarding X's and O's recently, I found myself asking, in what ways do you wish to enhance your skills? What are some aspects you aim to improve? Following that, we will deliberate on potential strategies," White articulated her intentions. By the conclusion of the season, Clark acknowledged the necessity for growth in her role as a point guard and a leader, having dedicated time in the gym since October, evidently focusing on her development. Her subsequent ambition is to elevate the Fever to a top 4 seed, although the new head coach aspires to set even loftier goals. As the team strives for these objectives, a reflective pause to assess Clark's prospects for 2024 is undoubtedly a pleasure. Indiana Fever star Kelsey Mitchell has expressed a sincere tribute to her teammate Caitlin Clark, although she concedes that the spotlight generated by the rookie phenomenon has posed significant challenges. Clark was chosen first overall in this year's WNBA draft and subsequently earned the title of Rookie of the Year following a record-setting debut season. The guard's accomplishments in college with Iowa had already established her as an extraordinary talent, and her public recognition expanded further during her inaugural professional season. At the age of 22, Clark contributed to a noteworthy increase in viewership for the WNBA as part of a dynamic and engaging rookie cohort. Primarily, she has allowed her performance to convey her capabilities, recovering from a difficult beginning to conclude the season with averages of 19 points and 8 assists per game, thereby propelling the Fever to a 20-20 record and a brief playoff appearance. Two-time All-Star guard Mitchell, age 29, has shared her respect for Clark. She remarked in the Players' Tribune, "And I hold immense respect for Caitlin, particularly regarding how she navigated this as a young individual. I hope we managed to support you effectively. I acknowledge her contributions early in the game because the attention she attracted illuminated the path for all of us, as well." However, Mitchell noted that the increased focus accompanying Clark's presence also invited heightened scrutiny, a particularly daunting challenge as she coped with the sudden loss of her father at the age of 56. "Clearly, we experienced a new spotlight, with Caitlin being drafted, someone I am proud to call a teammate. That excitement brought its own advantages, including the fans drawn to the arena and the opportunities presented to our team," Mitchell elaborated. "But I believe that, in an unconventional manner, the external distractions caused individuals to occasionally overlook the fact that we remain human, if that is comprehensible? The scrutiny intensified, and I doubt anyone was genuinely contemplating that my father had recently passed away, or that Katie Lou Samuelson is a mother navigating the complexities of motherhood alongside her commitments as a professional in the WNBA, you know? We all encountered significant personal challenges." Caitlin Clark became the inaugural rookie to achieve a triple-double, the sole rookie in WNBA history to amass several games with over 20 points and 10 assists, and she secured the position of second most three-pointers made in a single season in WNBA history. There were nearly no records that Caitlin Clark did not attain in 2024. Following a remarkable collegiate season, wherein she emerged as the leading scorer in both NCAA men's and women's categories, the guard for the Indiana Fever had a season characterized by record-setting performances. Recently, a statistic from Front Office Sports has provided a revised perspective on Clark's influence. The accompanying image presents a bar graph of 31 games that attracted over 1 million viewers, 22 of which featured Caitlin Clark, including the top 5. Notably, the game with the highest viewership was the WNBA All-Star Game on ABC, drawing 3.44 million viewers. Overall, regular season attendance in the league increased by 48% in comparison to 2023. ESPN reported a 170% surge, while ION recorded a 133% increase. Regardless of opinions about the league, the Iowa Phenom significantly impacted all 131 out of 132 active WNBA players. Moreover, even matches that did not include the Fever's number 22 experienced an overall escalation in viewership. Starting with the WNBA draft, which averaged 2.4 million viewers, significantly surpassing the previous record of 572,000 viewers for ESPN's 2023 broadcast. The WNBA Finals featuring the Lynx and the Liberty also attracted 1.57 million viewers across 5 games, marking an increase of 115% from 2023. The 2024 draft further exceeded the former WNBA draft benchmark of 601,000 viewers set in 2004. Before the conclusion of the season led to an uptick in viewership, Clark's debut with the Fever stood out as the most-watched WNBA game at that time, with 1.23 million viewers. This trend mirrored Caitlin Clark's final college season when the Iowa vs. South Carolina NCAA championship averaged 18.9 million viewers, surpassing even the men's and the NBA Finals.